Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Much appreciated in advance. So today, I'm really excited to talk to you about this game because I know it's a game that most people, when you even mention the title, if they even know what it's in reference to, they think that there's no way this is going to be a decent game. And I'm telling you, it's not the greatest game, it's not the most in-depth game, but it's a very solid game that you definitely should check out if you have the chance. I'm talking about Spy vs. Spy for the NES. Now, when I say Spy vs. Spy, I am talking about the Spy vs. Spy that was a cartoon in the comic strip and Mad magazines and on Mad TV. Yes, that same Spy vs. Spy. Now, the game itself is very simple, right? You just need to collect a certain number of things, right? You need the key, the money, the passport, the file, and the bag, right? That very simple things. Now, it's you against somebody else. You can do it against a computer or you could do it against another person. Now, in my household, it was me and my two brothers, Justin and Ron, and we used to get down on some Spy vs. Spy. Like, it was not a game. We were hurting feelings because all you got to do is search things and you find the different items, but the other person can booby trap any item, any stashing place that you find. So you might get close to a particular item and you might get killed. And every time you die, you lose 30 seconds off your life, right? And if you run out of time, then the other person, if they still have time left, can just roam free, grab the items and break out. So again, this is not a complicated game, but this game can get very intense. It's all about strategy. It's like playing chess, you know, in 5D. So many things going on. And as you increase the levels, the number of rooms increase, but it's still only, 5 items. So it becomes finding items, stashing them somewhere, trying to make sure the other person isn't seeing what you're doing, and there is no way to avoid screen watching because you're literally on the same screen. But you can kind of throw people off. You can go different paths. And also if they're looking at you the whole time, then that means they can't be actually doing what they need to do in order to get through the mission. So there's a lot of trickery, but also you gotta get on point because again, the more levels that you deal with, a higher level means more floors. You start having the different levels you have to go to and check stuff, and a lot of strategy, a lot of strategery, also a lot of shenanigans, I can't believe you put something in there. And then there's counters to all the traps and things like that. So there are ways to get around dealing with, all the booby trapping and stuff like that. But it's just a very simple, straightforward game. And you can also hurt yourself too. So if you're putting a bunch of booby traps on everything, but you actually meant to put an item somewhere and you go back and try to catch it, you take the damage, you lose the life, and you can end up hurting yourself and end up causing yourself to lose. So that, you got to be strategic with everything. And, of course, if you win, all you see is this little cutscene of them trying to catch you or you speeding off in the plane. And it's just that's enough, for somebody to look over to their sibling as they watch the cutscene and just smirk just a little bit, just to let them know that I know that I got you. But this was also a very important game to me because this was one of the first games where I started to be able to compete against my brothers. So this is early 90s, 91, 92. And usually they win at everything against me because, they're older, right? But this is where I started feeling like gaming was kind of my thing. And I could start to, there was no physical disadvantage here, right? This is all about mental capacity. And I could work on that. I could get better at, my strategies and things like that. So this is one of those games where my brothers kind of started looking at me, a little sideways, like, oh, he really knows what he's doing. This ain't just, letting the little baby brother play. So I always remember this game for, those reasons. And I always tell people this game was a lot better than it had any business being. And I literally never hear anybody talk about this game. One, again, it's based on something from Mad magazine. So I get it. But also it's very, very solid. It's, didn't revolutionize anything in gaming, but it was very good at being the best it could be, right? Given the source material and creating an objective that was easy to play, but also difficult to master type of thing. So I always liked this game and always bring it up when we start talking about some slept on things, things that nobody talks about, or, just a game that you probably didn't have in your household. Because I don't remember anybody else having this game when I was a kid. I don't know how we got this game, matter of fact, but we had it and I played it and I got good at it. But yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this game. If you haven't played it, I'm telling you, figure out a way to play it real quick. It's not too difficult. And, you might be a little pleasantly surprised. It might be something you and a buddy could jump in and have a little fun with. You know what I'm saying? As always, appreciate you checking out the video. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.